Greetings and welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. And I just got here a second ago, so let me make sure my camera's adjusted right. There we go. It was a little too washed out. There we go. A little bit better. There we are. I hope everybody is having yourselves a wonderful, wonderful week, and we are coming in for a weekend. Tomorrow, I am premiering a video on Can the Raspberry Pi take place of a work computer? So stay tuned for that. I will try to be there on that. I should be able to make it unless I stay up super late tonight working on the super secret project. In which case, I won't be there. But my plan is to be there. About a 20 or so minute video on that. But anyway, let's start in with who is here from Discord today. Big Man Bob, Mirana. Thanks for coming along and for announcing the news was live. I just got here, so I was a little bit late. I was making some cupcakes, and it's like, I bet I can frost these before the show. And the clock in the kitchen was about 2 minutes fast. I'm like, ah! So, but I made it. I did actually make it. Good afternoon, from the worst state of California, I guess. Well, greetings. Big Bob Man. Greetings, Jillian. Hello there. Should I have said the kitty is live? Either or. The kitty is live might get more people to show up, but I don't know. Whatever that would happen to be. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump on over to our comments on the tube. Okay, Zang, greetings. Otherwise, humans too consumed by greed and their desire to have more. I wish human nature could change and become less jealous/greedy. Yeah. Only through the power of Jesus. Sorry, guys. But that's it. Only through the power of Christ. Actually works for us. Girls want to be guys. Guys will need, and guys need to be needed. Cross those two lines. Yeah. Trying to make a fork of Katie Eat Plasma looking like a budgie with the latte dock and media sidebar. Eventually make an arch-based destroyer. They're very good. Does fork just mean derivative? It means usually a fork would mean you take the code and you separate it out and then you go ahead and make your own thing off of that. Let's see. Sounds pretty cool. You know, do a GUI setup. Let's see. I want to wheel. I want it to where Plasma will update less frequently than the Arch repos. Create my own repos or base a new distro on Kubuntu instead. There you go. Just slap modified Plasma theme on Arch. There you go. Well, that in itself should be quite obtainable. Figured out which part of the codes you get right. Let's see. There's some back and forth over there. You guys know the React framework. Ooh, there you go. Is React framework, is it out of alpha yet? Copy StormOS or Endeavor, though. Endeavor has no GUI software center. Do a new distro, it'll be like StormOS, but with less bloat and a custom DE. Uh-oh. Ben, where are you? They're calling your distro a bloat. It's all good. Let's see. Arches for options. Base DE on Plasma. Never update Plasma. There you go. Let's see. Action bingo. Let's see. What's going on at the Daily Wire in London, I guess? Should I even look at this or should I wait? Someone give me a brief summary what's going on in that link. The winner of that contest in London looks like Microsoft Paint gone wrong. What happened over there? Don't do it. You'll just become another MX mistake. There we go. I have a cat licking my elbow. Cat, why are you licking my elbow? Oh boy. I like light DM best. SDDM is, well, okay. Need to make a website for your business. You can hire me if you want. Shoot me an email. I'll let you know what I usually start at for what type of websites. Okay. Running Bodhi 6. There you go. Cat is on the bed. All right. Custom desktop will be radically different. Then Plasma will be its own thing, but then I need a new application menu. All right. Dan has arrived. Still a face for the radio. Guys on Discord. Let's see. Docking you 1 hour, 3 minutes late. I'm not 1 hour, 3 minutes late. I'm just 3 minutes late. Come on. Actually, I made it right on time. My thoughts on Tox. Like, Tox the Tor chat? I don't really know anything about it. Tox Toxicology? I'm a fan of that. You know, good stuff. Tomorrow you get the Fauci ouchie. Uh-oh. Good luck getting your Fauci ouchie. SSH server or Plex server or FTP server. Yeah, what kind of server are you running? Okay. Staking bleeding edge for rolling release. Okay. All right. I'm too cheap. I want to pay $0. Okay, yeah, I won't do that. But oh well. Hey, Kitty, can I get into the news? You want to come and say hi to people again? Come on. You want to say hi to some people? All right, you can say hi. This kitty over here, I was recording the video for yesterday, and he comes in and he howls. I'm like, uh-oh, that's the vomit howl. So this little guy over here disrupted me while I was working on my video today to go and vomit. But he howled at me just enough time that I was able to get him in the bathtub so he could throw up in the bathtub. Yeah, huh. You throw up in the bathtub. That way it's really easy to clean. Huh. Turn on the shower. No, I need to put you down. We got to start the weekly news roundup. We got to start. Oh, he's like, no, I want to sit up here. He's like, I miss sitting up on your desk. All right, you can sit up on my desk as long as you sit up on my desk and stay out of my way, all right? All right, so I will have a fuzzy snake coming up here in the middle of the weekly news roundup, I guess. All right. Oh, let's go ahead and get started. Where is my... There it is. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the privacy edition, and I am joined by a kitty. He's like, I want to be on the desk. So if you see this fuzzy snake get in the way, it's just a cat. So anyway, we'll be doing privacy in this section, and we will also be doing a little bit of some discussions on security. So let's go ahead and get jumping on in. Matter is the name of a new project chip that the partnership promises to simplify your smart home. So there's actually a couple of different smart home technologies that are actively being used. There's some of them that are completely FOSS, and there's some of them that are like, no, we're deep end proprietary. And if Quint were on here, he'd be able to tell you which ones were which. I think HomeKit, I think, is one of them. And the other one is actually mentioned in the article down here near the bottom. That is Zigbee. So Zigbee and the other one I just mentioned, HomeKit, I think. I forgot, I might have that one wrong. But these two here have an open standard that works with FOSS applications and devices. So if you want to build a smart home, you want to do it with FOSS, that's cool. Well, this group is coming out and seeing all these differences in smart home technology coming down. They're saying, well, let's go ahead and standardize this. So it's a good thing in that you can pick the best device from each one of the platforms. It's a bad thing in that we're talking about now what this is essentially means is the complete takeover of the big tech into the smart IoT. So while it was still possible to get some old IoT devices out there that weren't necessarily tied to big data collection companies that put all your data in the cloud, that is now going to fade away. So any degree of smart home technology you might have wanted to have will fade away as this rolls out. But it is a new standard that they want to come in and start making a variety of changes and standardizations. So if you went, no matter if you're on an Apple, HomeKit, Amazon, Alexa, order unicorn meat, confirm, Google Assistant, whatever else that would happen to be, then all of these things will play nice under whatever platform you are using. So I still think this is not the best part because we just don't need internet connected things. If it's FOSS and you know it's only connecting on a local network, that's a different case. But if it's tying into any server, and most of the stuff does, that's generally more of a problematic thing. Vizio. Vizio is now a publicly traded company, and we have the first round of profits listed, and it turns out that they make more money selling you than they do selling televisions. So what happened here is there were a whole lot of obviously these Vizio smart TVs, they have cameras, they have microphones, they are listening, they are watching, they are logging the data that you have, and they are collecting all of this data and information, and then they are going to be sending it on out to all of their individual subscribers. And so basically what it turned into is that about half, a little over half of the revenue came from selling advertising, which is based on customized advertising based on your individual usage of your smart device, and a little less than half came from actually selling Vizio branded televisions. And so very interesting, net revenues of $505.7 million, gross profit of 82%. Investors have expressed concern about the company's ability to stay competitive with other streaming platforms, and Vizio's market debut performed at the low end of expectations. Stock is at $27.41 a share. So there we are, guys. If you happen to have a Vizio television, it is probably watching you, listening to you, recording what you do. Unless you're my friends, because I disabled all that crap. I open that bad boy up like, oh, look, there's the thing that transmits. Oh boy. Well, the opt-in numbers of iOS privacy nutrition labels is here, and it's quite telling. In fact, it's hilariously telling. Turns out that only this is iOS 14.5, but I think it's right around only 14% of people. Actually, I think that would be high. Yeah, right about 14% of people actually log in. So launch day is April 26th. If I can make that bigger, I don't think I can. Launch day is April 26th, only 11%, and they've gotten themselves up to 14%. I think 3% of them were scared that Facebook might actually finally start charging to use it. Oh my God, they might start charging to use it. We got to give them their data. But it does turn out that they're finding this is worldwide 5%. In the United States, apparently Americans are smarter than I gave them credit for. Only 5% of Americans are actually allowing the apps to access. Now, this is up from 2%. So again, what is this 3% doing? Are you guys listening to the book? The book's like, come on, guys, come on. So there we have it. Worldwide share of mobile app users with restricted app tracking is steady at 5%. Steady at 3%. Actually went from 4 down to 3 in the U.S. Restricted ad traffic. So yeah, it turns out that advertisers are a little bit frightened about this because it's like, oh, this is actually worse than we thought it was. So there you have it, guys. People are not actually using this. They're looking at this and going, if I have the option to opt out of privately collecting data, they are. Does this mean Facebook might start charging money? Good. Maybe more people will get off of that crap. WhatsApp will not delete accounts if you refuse to sign the Facebook data sharing policy, but they will be severely restricted. Non-signers accounts will eventually be all but useless. Now, there's some back and forth about this. So, of course, this is originally, I think they were going to delete the accounts who refused to sign the privacy policies. Now they're not going to delete them, but it's going to be extraordinarily limited. And this actually caused a little bit of a rustle over in Germany because Germany issues an emergency data collection ban against Facebook over the WhatsApp rules. Now, this was issued back when they were concerned accounts were going to get deleted. And there is a update to it as of, I think it was yesterday's update. WhatsApp spokesman reached out to TechSpot to clarify that the Hamburg DPA order does not impact WhatsApp update since the DPA is raising concerns about data processing by Facebook, and that's not currently happening. It's not planned. So there was a little bit of misunderstanding, but it is still enough that caused people to be concerned about this WhatsApp, Facebook combining data thing, because if you remember going way back, this was actually a condition to the sale of WhatsApp that they're not going to be merging data. And it turns out that yes, indeed, they are doing so. And so there's a little bit of back and forth here, but right now EU is looking at GDPR violations because of merging all this stuff together. So we'll kind of see what happens. And now we see our feature article on Signal trolling Facebook. So what Signal wanted to do, of course, if you remember from the Facebook leaks, we found out that Mark Zuckerberg actually uses Signal because WhatsApp, oh no. That's not private enough for me. And so Signal wanted to demonstrate just how much data Facebook actually collects. And so they start rolling ads putting in the data that they are checking for. And so you'd see this ad. You got this ad because you're a newlywed Pilates instructor and you're cartoon crazy. This ad used your location to see you're in La Jolla and you're into parenting blogs and thinking about LGBTQ adoption. Oh, there we have it, guys. So basically what they did is they narrowed these ads down. They found a whole lot of different things, grabbed something from each category the ad was focusing on and pushing out. And Facebook's like, no, you're not going to do that. That's like telling people the type of creepy stuff we actually know. We want to be stalkers without people knowing that we're stalkers, guys. Come on. And so that's really what happened here. And I believe, if I remember correctly, I think that Signal, I think their whole account was suspended, actually. So they created a variety of different things. Oh, look at that. The ad account was disabled. Wah. It's disabled because some of its advertising, let's see, this ad account and its ads and some of its advertising assets are disabled. You can't use it to run ads. So sad. But hey, at least maybe they're getting some headline articles here to demonstrate just how much information Facebook has about people. So here's a few other ones. These were on Instagram. You got this ad. Let's see, we did that one already. You got this ad because you're a certified public accountant in an open relationship. This ad used your location to see you're in South Atlanta and you're into natural skincare and you've supported Cardi B since day one. Wowzers. You got this ad because you're a goth barista and you're single. Oh, Lord. Goth barista. This ad used your location to see you're in Clinton Hill. You're either a vegan or lactose intolerant and you're really feeling that yoga lately. Oh, Lord. So yeah, there you go. So if you are not interested in Facebook/Instagram knowing this information, don't use their accounts. And, there's a thought to it. Anyway, if you want to help support the channel, I do have several affiliates. Today we are highlighting ExpressVPN. You can connect up to 5 devices on a single account, smartphones. You can hook up your computers. You can even hook up a router to have everything going through your network as through the VPN, and that counts as a single connection. You can go here, click the Get Started at the top when you land on the link at tlm.li/EV, and you can get for $100 12 months of the ExpressVPN. VPN will allow you to bust out of geolocations, anonymize your IP, and if you're Ben Shapiro, you think that it can actually block ISPs from seeing what you're doing. That's not entirely true. Once you log into Facebook, Facebook knows who you are. It doesn't matter what you're on. But nevertheless, if you are using insecured connections or you need to break out geolocations or have other needs for VPN, go ahead and have a look at ExpressVPN, tlm.li/EV. Let's go ahead and have a look at some security news next. All right. Oh, Kitty, you're putting hair all over the place. This cat is like shedding hair everywhere. That's why I stopped allowing him up on top of the desk while I'm recording. But he's up here purring up a storm and got the fuzzy snake going and everything. Yeah, genius trolling. Screw Facebook indeed. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. I think we're up here. Hello, Anna Rita. Just got your Fauci ouchie. Yay, not. But it had to be done if I wanted to keep my job. Yeah, isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting that you're being forced to... Never mind. I don't even want to get banned again. It's all experimental, folks. That's all I'm going to say. You're being forced to be a lab rat. Their whole block. Let's see. Really? Interesting. I would, if you have any article or verifiable news about that, Jeffrey, I would like to see it. Can you email it to me? No smart home for me. That's just scary. I'd be in the shower thinking they're watching me. They're like, oh yeah. Using the toggle panel plasma widget, activate media sidebar. Old-fashioned TV has no spine. That is right. I think I'm going to sell my dumb TV soon. Like, are those worth more now? Can you still find dumb TVs? Is it worth more because it's dumb, or is it worth less because it's dumb? Anybody know? Don't have a Vizio smart TV. It's the cheapest 36-inch monitor I could find 6 years ago. There you go. Intel B560 Mobos are bad. I don't know. Use stats, use 53 ones. They don't have cameras, although the 53-inch ARPi Zero monitor may be a wee overkill. Probably. Wah, 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 wah. Goths terrorized the Roman Empire for 100 years. Yeah, the Goth now, though, means a depressed person who dresses in black and talks about death. Keegan, how's it going there? Chico, California gives you $500 fine for detonating a nuclear device within city limits. Why, thank you. Involved with kitty tails, that's right. Chinese rocket splashed down in the Indian Ocean. I don't think that would be large enough to cause a tsunami. Q1, is there still a bias towards snaps? There's an early apprehension, if I remember. Oh yeah, I wouldn't use snaps unless you absolutely have to, because their delivery source is proprietary, and their who codes them is sometimes a little bit shady. Shots, I can ask him. I don't know where to look to find news in Arizona. All right, Arizona news. I don't know. Mentioned art contest they held in London. The winner must have had a drunk ferret. I guess that was the link in London. All right. No more masks at the Waldmart or the Trader Blows. Well, it depends on your location. I don't know. I haven't worn one anyway. CDC, of course, if you've been Fauci-ouchied up, you can you can do anything, nearly anything without a mask. Here in Pennsylvania, they just lifted almost everything if you've been ouchied, and papers, please, if you haven't been. And so that's kind of the case, and he's waiting until there's 70% lab rat ratio in the population before the rest of that's going to be effectively lifted as well. So yeah, the werewolf is still busy being a dictator. Absolutely. Can we vote for Team Israel or Team Palestine? I don't want to get involved in that right now. Yeah. All right. What do we got? Raspberry tea today, guys, and it's pretty good. Pretty tasty. All right, let's see. Is that thing still down there? All right. Here, kitty. Luke, I am your non-binary, gender fluid, trans, binorbic, pansexual, absentee, legal guardian. No! Oh boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, next. Let's go to security. Hey, Kitty, can I put you down now, or are you good? Can I put you down? You're causing me to get all itchy. Your fur's getting all over the place, buddy. Your fur's getting all over the place. Here. I'm going to set you down. All right, there you go, buddy. There you go. You can come back up in a bit. Maybe in between. When I'm reading comments, I'll let you come back up. But as for now, you're causing me to want to scratch my nose on the part that's going to go live later. I don't want that. So I'm professionally touching my face during my, my videos. All right. And into the security news. First, the Apple AirTag has been jailbroken. So if you remember back to the first time I saw the Apple AirTags, I said, yeah, this is a stalker waiting to appear. And then Apple comes out and be like, yeah, we have some stalking technologies. One of these is if a particular AirTag is near a particular iPhone for any given period of time, it will start making audible noises. There's a lot of little odds and ends in there that they've done to make sure it's not getting used. Well, this guy doing the jailbreaking could get in here and reflash it and basically do away with all those things, therefore making your air tracker indeed a stalking device again. So the concerns are still there. That's why I think this is a little bit frightening. But he's basically able to get in there, jailbreak it, flash a custom OS onto it. Utilizing some code, he could manipulate a lot of the different features and functions. He could turn off vibrations, turn off sounds, all these types of things to effectively make it the very thing I said would be a problem, which is a stalking device. Ransomware crooks post cops psych evals after talks with DC police stall. These ransomware guys are getting really emboldened, hacking police and like, I'm going to exploit the police. Like, oh, Lord. So anyway, in this case here, they're like, hey, we're going to release psych evals. It's kind of like the one a couple weeks ago. They're like, yeah, we're going to release your informant list. And then all of a sudden they like vanished. I think the CIA busted in the door or something. I don't know. But these guys have targeted DC's Metro Police Department. They've broken into there. They've gotten a hold of the psych evals for the police and things. They're like, we're gonna release them. So basically what the hackers are saying is there's some fairly incriminating stuff in there, and on our current world that's, shall we say, anti-police, then in what case we say this could be a problematic thing, but I don't know, guys. Here's the problem. We put absolutely everything on the internet and then expect incompetent buffoons who don't know anything about computers to keep the stuff safe, keep the password safe, keep software up to date, and things like that. That's all problematic stuff. We need to go back to the 80s where things were done in paper and filing cabinets. Really, what purpose is there to have all this information on a computer system somewhere? And we're getting this way with health records. We're getting this way with everything. And now, of course, they want to do everything all by phone apps and things. An ouchie tracker, I guess, is the biggest thing they want to do. Let's look briefly at the Colonial pipeline, because these hackers are really sorry and they apologize and they promise to ransom less controversial targets in the future. So the hackers are now apparently getting a conscience, I guess. So they say we are apolitical. We do not participate in geopolicies. Of course, there are some tinfoil hat theories going around saying this is all orchestrated because it fits exactly into the Green New Deal stuff that certain political parties want to implement in this country. And some are coming down like, everyone knows, like, all of a sudden when this happened, all of a sudden the government, which wants to get involved in every little aspect and every little piece of detail, now it's like, well, we don't really want to get involved in the private sector. Really? The first time you don't want to get involved in the private sector and ever? I mean, this is kind of insane. But, and then of course, one is like, well, if you guys had electric cars, then you wouldn't have to deal with this. Yeah, go tell it to people in Texas where their electric grid went out and gasoline was what they had to heat their house. So it's a bunch of weird nonsense, politicaling all over the place. Even though these guys say they're not political, everything turns into politics and politics ruins everything, right? And so that kind of is the thing that that seemed to happen. They say we are apolitical. We do not participate in geopolitics. We do not need to tie us with a defined government and look for our motives. Basically, they're saying, was this a state actor? No, they're saying our goal is to make money and not creating problems for society. Well, they created problems for society because we had gas shortages and long lines and gas stations running out of gas and stuff down south. I did hear one report of a gas station in Altoona that ran out of gas. That's southern here, a little south of me. I didn't actually notice any change, although it might be too early to see any change. Except I did top off the cars last week just in case, because it could get a little bit creepy out there. So anyway, that's the case. But basically the hackers got in there. It's the dark side. I joined the dark side. They had cookies. I mean, really. But they hacked the pipeline. It caused them to have to shut the pipeline down, and this forced oil to have to go over the road instead of through the pipeline. And this, guys, is why the Keystone Pipeline is so important, just an FYI, because it prevents this type of stuff from happening. This is why it was really foolish for the Alzheimer's patient to do that and to shut that thing down. Not only did it damage the gasoline flow, it damaged several jobs and things like that. You say, well, what about the truckers? Yeah, you're not allowed to carry much fuel across the roads. All these people run around like, the truckers, there's plenty of jobs for truckers. Trust me. The reason people can't get trucker jobs is because they're too busy smoking it up, and you can't get a trucker license when you're smoking it up. Stop doing drugs. Stop doing drugs and go to work. Get up off your butt. But anyway, there's plenty of jobs for truckers when you find a person that's quite qualified. So anyway, these hackers over here, they do apologize. They're very, very sorry, cyber terrorists that have actually shut down significant portions of the country. So there you go. So here's from CNBC. Just a little bit of a timeline. The pipeline fell victim to a cybersecurity attack on Friday involved in ransomware, forcing it to temporarily shut down all pipeline operations. This is last Friday, not today. Colonial transports nearly half of the East Coast fuel supply through a system that spans 5,500 miles between Texas and New Jersey. It transports gasoline, diesel, home heating oil, and jet fuel. Also supplies the military. John Kilduff, a partner at, again, Capital in New York, said U.S. will see spot shortages of gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel develop rapidly if outage persisted. And the Alzheimer's patient was briefed on the incident Saturday morning and said, "Where's my bran muffin?" So there we have it. Again, in this case here is this is the type of thing you do need stuff online. You know, having your police psycho evals don't need to be on an online database. Okay, you're coordinating things over several cities and such. So, but I guess the thing is pay your IT staff enough that, you know, if they had a good mitigation plan in effect, this wouldn't have impacted them. It wouldn't have. They were just like, oh crap, we just shut it down, reinstall from the backup 2 hours ago. Done. All right, sounds good. Been down for half hour. Everyone go on a half-hour coffee break while we reboot the system. But that's the type of stuff we need to do, guys. We need to be better at this. Well, you can help support the channel over on Patreon. I have a Patreon that covers a couple of different channels there. Join the 25 patrons to help support Switch to Linux. And with that, you can have a look over there, patreon.com/TOMM, and there is a link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. All right, we got more memes. All right. We've lost corona control. Release the gas shortages. All right. Yeah, pipeline is private, not a government entity at all. Government has no involvement other than that now. Yeah, it's like another thing. Yeah, but we need a national grid. Oh, trust me, the companies run this way better than the government does. I mean, government still relies on cell phone SMS for two-factor authentication with no other options. Like, really? Wow. Let's see. Isn't asking about a jab by a corporate entity a violation of laws? Actually, it is. And there is also a federal law that stipulates that you cannot be forced to take part in an experimental medication. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. Oh, the kitty's like, see, you're reading comments. I'm back. All right. Come on. I said you come back up. So I guess you can come back up now. Okay. Yeah, you can come back up. All right, move the keyboard. There you go. He's like, I know exactly what you're doing over there. Lifted mask mandate for the Fauci ouchied. That is true. Team Kitty Linux. There you go. All right. College campus says we can wear no masks on campus if you've had the shot, but they can't verify if you do due to privacy if they're on the honor system. Actually, my church unanimously passed a religious exemption. So I officially have a religious exemption. Get a t-shirt reading. I identify. Oh, such a troll. Arizona and have not heard of any of those quarantines. All right, cool. The kitty is molting. Yes, he is. Raspberry tea. Never tried that. Yeah, this is very good. It's Raspberry Royale from Bigelow, and it's very good. Apple lies plus anything hackable these days. Rid of the rednecks. We'll figure out a way to break it. That's right. Side effects talking. People repeating things in threes makes me wonder sometimes. So everyone's going to know something as defined by enforcement about somebody that's going to get interesting. Yeah, I know, right? Hack the police department. So now they're hacking everything. Oh yeah, yeah. Hack the White House. Well, that's why the president was not allowed to have his Peloton treadmill in the White House. They're like, yeah, we can't have this thing. It's like it's a hackable device. It would have been recalled anyway, you know. Mandates are dropped here. No longer have to wear one at work. That's only if you take the risk and get the shots. Yeah, well, my boss says I don't have to because I'm my boss. So I'll take that. I said I had to throw one on a couple weeks ago to go to the dentist's office. Actually, you know, I did throw one on to go to the police station the other day to update my CCW. I figured that walking into the police station without one would probably not be a good idea in a county that wants to fine people for not wearing a kufi catcher. So, but actually the sheriff's department doesn't care anyway. So I probably could have done it, but I don't know. Fine. I'll go in there for 35 seconds to drop off new paperwork. All right. Other than that, though, no. I went into Wally World today. No, nothing. I've been into Lowe's 100 times in the last couple months. Nothing, you know. 1,000 electric cars can overload any nuclear plant on the planet. Yeah, you know, you start throwing all these electric cars on the grid, it's going to cause problems. They will pull too much power. It's a possibility. Talk about one on a business down south. What? Well, yeah, down south they got good stuff. You don't need to rely on this Taco Bell. What? Few gas stations are gouging $7 a gallon of gas. Wow. Well, don't put everything on the internet. There you go. Yeah, at least they have a little bit of excuse having to route things through multiple channels and stations. But even still, I don't know. Pay your IT better. Shoddy vids of out of order pumps. How is a hack verified? It was verified by them. I don't know. Said nothing when they asked him if the government paid the ransom of asking $5 million. Yeah. National average gasoline prices up to $3. Yep. I think new recession is look at the price of building a house right now. It's almost unattainable. Plywood has gone from about $7 to $10 a board up to about $70 to $80 a board right now in the last 6 months. That is insane. Every point of building a house right now has skyrocketed. Yeah, they did say they paid a ransom. Hacking is the nuclear weapon. Yeah, junk ferret will run things better than the government. I agree, yes. Church is on lockdown because 2 people have the coof. Uh-oh. Our religion take was the Soviets who martyred millions couldn't eliminate us if we weren't going to be afraid of a virus. That's right. $299 there. Wow. You mean $2.99? Yeah, I filled up my car at $2.89 the other day. $7 2x4s. I know, right? It's expensive. It's like, wowzers, you're asking how much? There's a video on how much of a scam trading in phones is. Yeah. Because they won't run second shifts. They're making bank on one. It has to do a lot of times with people like, hey, you know what, guys? You're not allowed to work, you know. All right, well, let's go ahead and jump on over to business. And the kitty cat, that means you're going to have to go back down to the floor again. No, don't come over here and pet me more. He's like, I'm going to force you to pet me. Come here, you. Oh, you need to go back down. You need to go back down because you're getting fur everywhere. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, you're going to kick me in the face now? All right. No, you're not going up there. You're going down here. There you go. About 10 minutes, all right? 10 minutes, you can come back. He's like, cat fur everywhere. You need a bath, fluffy cat. I might bathe this thing soon. There's this cat hair flying everywhere now. Woo! All right. Let's get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the business edition, and we've got some glorious Sillyville at the end. So stick around for the glorious Sillyville. So we're going to start with a Tesla owner who drives from the backseat, gets arrested. He's released, and on his way home, he does it again. Now, this kind of ties in a little bit. We've talked about the Tesla crash in Texas where it looked like somebody's in the back seat. Multiple groups are now suggesting that indeed autopilot was not turned on that car. It turns out that the road conditions are not even available for autopilot to be enabled. What the police and the Highway Transportation Authority is suggesting is then during the crash, the people went into the back seat to try and force the door open. That's what appears to be what happened. They touched on that a little bit here, but this guy here, he's getting onto the road. He's setting it to autopilot, and then he's jumping into the back seat of the car. I've seen these Teslas. They're not really big. How in the world did he get back there? And I thought these Tesla cars were supposed to disengage when somebody was not watching the road, had their hands on the wheel and all this kind of stuff. But apparently that's not the case, making yet another argument. Get these things off the road, or at least disable the crap in them that allows them to do this. But this guy got arrested, and then on his way home, he got arrested again he's posting videos in the backseat. Now they're actually saying, okay, he keeps doing this, so we're going to scour his social media, and we're going to charge him for every time he is, posting videos and such from his back seats. They're going to go back and retroactively charge him. And so this guy's is the epitome of stupid. Can we take this guy, never mind jail, pull his license? Driving is a privilege, not a right. Have you seen that? The guy is endangering himself and other people on the road. Pull his license. And if he's got a car, confiscate his car. People like this do not need to be continuing on the road. If you want to have your Tesla and use your autopilot, please stay attentive in the front seat. And I think that Musk would agree. But even Consumer Reports said, yeah, they could set autopilot and get out of the seat and it would just keep going. And this is dangerous. This is very dangerous. But it's like, no. That's our government asleep at the wheel. Literally. Well, the Impossible Burger is now going to try and market your children by getting their way into your kid's school. So let me know, engagement challenge. Let me know in the comments. Would you want your children eating the Impossible Burger at the school cafeteria? Remind you that this is an artificial meat. It's basically all soy. I will remind you, soy is not something people should be eating. It is full of estrogens. It is basically like giving hormone replacement therapy to your body, which is a problematic thing. These cause a lot of medical issues. It is not healthy to be eating. But then, oh my God, we gotta have the soy. It's the Impossible Burger. It's gonna save the climate, save the planet. No, it's not. It's just going to be nasty scientific food that's going to lead us to Soylent Green, for crying out loud. Soylent Green is people! It's people! Spoilers. I don't have to say spoiler alert on a 40-year-old movie, though, do I? But Impossible Burgers is now trying to make their way into the school menus across the United States. Meatless Burger just arrived and just received the child nutrition label from USDA, which can make it easier for public schools to serve the product because the Impossible Burger will be eligible for national school lunch funding. People, if you have children in school, get on those school boards and tell them, keep artificial food out of the cafeteria. This is not healthy to eat. This is dangerous for your children to eat. This could misbalance your children's hormones. This isn't like, soda's bad enough. Half the crap they have is bad enough. This can actually misbalance hormones. That is problematic. Okay, and so we don't need, adults shouldn't be eating it, but children definitely shouldn't be eating it. But they're trying to weasel their way on in like Apple did in the 80s and kept them alive. The only computers we ever had in school growing up were Apple computers. Everyone learned how to do Apple's computers, and then you had to get out of school and relearn how to use a computer because nobody in their right mind except schools used Apple computers. So friends in business are like, yeah, we have one to convert files to PC. Yeah, there you go. So there we have it. There we have it. Wait, Soylent Green is people? Thank you for that super chat, Mitchell. Yeah, it is. It is people. So cryptocurrency market tanks after Tesla suspends Bitcoin transactions. Remember that Elon Musk's like, hey guys, we are going to take Bitcoin for cars. Well, he just backed up on that, said, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, cryptocurrency, I think Ethereum is up. If I remember correctly, I think Ethereum is up. But Bitcoin went down. A bunch of other stuff went down as well. So if you're mad about anybody because of the Bitcoin price drop, just blame Elon Musk. Why not, right? And on to monopolies. We have two different articles where big tech plays monopoly. Sony is sued over PlayStation's digital store monopoly. So remember going back that when the PlayStation came out, you used to be able to go into GameStop or Best Buy and buy codes for games. Then you go in and you could put the games in. Now you can't do that. All the games now have to be purchased on the PlayStation Store. So a bunch of people are coming out and going, that would be a monopoly. Whereas we used to be able to buy the code from a variety of different places that will help keep the prices low. Not anymore. And this guy has filed a new monopoly claim indicating because you could only purchase your game codes on the PlayStation Store. And this is causing the price of games to go up. Lawyers claim popular games sell for an average 75% more digitally on the PlayStation Store than those sold physically. That number could be up to 175% or more at its highest, according to the lawsuit. Sony made $17 billion in revenue over the fiscal year that ended in March 31st from digital PlayStation games. So now they are suing over the monopoly of doing this, which reminds us, of course, of the Apple versus Epic. And now in the middle of this lawsuit, Apple comes in and now they're saying they have to show that iOS allows competition while justifying it's being locked down. This is the one thing that I said Apple needs to allow. It doesn't have to be easy. It doesn't have to be user-friendly. It just has to be possible. Let me sideload my own applications. Let me sideload my own store, because that will stifle all of this. Sure, you can have a scary warning. This will make your Apple device more insecure. I'm okay with that. That's okay. What our concern is right here is, can we actually get an application from a source other than you? Because that is really what is at the heart. And so Apple is so locked down, but in the middle of this epic Apple trial, they're saying, oh no, we allow plenty of competition. There's these crappy game stores that will allow some games. Like, yeah, not really. So Epic versus Apple trial will deliver a verdict on whether Apple is suppressing competition. Watching Wednesday's testimony, you could easily end up more confused about what the App Store allows. Apple says iOS users benefit from a lockdown, curated platform and rejects stores within stores like the Epic Game Store, which could allegedly expose users to harmful and unvetted software. It's also, however, fighting Epic Games' claims that there is no meaningful competition on the platform. So you can't have your store, but there's competition, I promise. This morning, Apple attorney grilled one of Epic's witnesses about a slew of iOS-hosted gaming apps. The move might have helped rebut Epic's claims, but it also highlighted how arbitrary Apple's policies seem. So basically, they're looking at a variety of different things. It wasn't like Steam, where a lot of different people. It was like a single thing where, I don't know. It's like, Game Club, direct competitor Apple Arcade. Game Club is available in the App Store today, he said. All right. So you'd have to look at what Apple Arcade is. So if this one thing with a few little odds and ends games, or is this something where people can buy games that are reasonable that people want to play? That's really what's at the heart of this. And so really they're trying to argue that, yeah, we allow competition. We're just completely locked down, so we don't allow it. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge, most likely, but we'll kind of see what happens as it makes its way to the end. So there's kind of the latest. So I don't know. Is Apple allowing competition while it's locked completely down? That's interesting. All right. Well, if you want to help support the channel, I do have a series of affiliates. Today we are featuring A2 hosting. So I've used A2 hosting for a number of years. Works very well. I enjoyed the time I was over there with the plans. They have shared hosting, dedicated hosting, VPS hosting, just a variety of different things. TLM.li/A2H. Get shared hosting as little as $3 a month. VPS hosting as little as $5 a month. They will come with free SSLs. They will have some extra options for speed boosting and things like that. You can get dedicated IPs, all these types of things. So there are a lot of reasons to go with A2 hosting. So anyway, have a look over there. TLM.li/A2H. Now, guys, let's head to Sillyville. All right, we got some good Sillyville today, guys. We got some good Sillyville. All right, let's see. Thank you again, Mitchell, for that super chat. Wait, you mean Soylent Green is people? I know, right? Actually, I just got Soylent Green in the mail today. It may or may not have been how the kitty's like, yeah, I'm back. I know you're on comments. I'm back. I know. He's a smart cat. I'm telling you. Actually, he's kind of dumb, but yeah, I may or may not have had Soylent Green in my collection of movies, with it may or may not having a disc in my may or may not closet. So I decided I may as well go ahead and buy it because, why not, right? So it just came in today, so I'll make sure it works and then toss it in the closet with the rest of them. Allegedly. $4 a gallon gas in Chicago. Chicago's gas has always been expensive. We should invest in 3D printed houses. Yeah. Well, there are devices for that. Have you seen those 3D printed houses? They're pretty cool. Cheaper paying Vancouver, Canada, $150 a liter right now. That's pretty much, yeah. That's what is that? That's about $6, right? Already nightmare in California, yeah. And they paid ransom to get more of that. Yep. Cat fur is a precious gift. Yeah. Please video giving the kitty a bath. Oh, Lord. I don't know about that. Where are those emojis from? Oh, I don't know what those emojis are. Very interesting. Cats were the reason my wife got handheld vacuum because of the cats. Kitty, maybe I'll get a handheld vacuum for you. What do you think? I'll pumps doggy nickels and retracts and get energy credits. Yeah. SUV is parked and the Honda Civic is not. Yeah. Colorado cowboy cops who twisted the arm of a 71-year-old lady were fired last week. Oh, good. Which lady was that one? Blow up doll in the driver's seat. Didn't they have that on Men on Black? You know, Men in Black, Men on Black? Wow, Men in Black. Men on Black sounds like a dirty movie. Look at me. My car has accumulated less than 100 miles in the last 2 months. Yeah. Driving is a right to the privilege, not to be ignored. Yeah. Government is here to keep you safe. Yeah. Harris shows up somewhere. He's like, I'm from the government. I'm here to help. Yeah. You missed that Ronald Reagan memo, didn't you? There's a war on meat now. Yeah, there is a war on meat. Yep. Homeschool your kids or Christian school. I wouldn't send them to Christian school. I'd homeschool them. I would not send, there's an excellent, Christian elementary school might be different. Christian colleges. There is a book, Wheaton is the guy's last name. What's it, David something? I don't know. I forget. Wheaton. It was called University of Destruction. And he actually did a lot of the research, found that Christians who went to Christian colleges lost their faith more than Christians who went to secular colleges. A bunch of crazy. I don't believe you can lose your faith as it is, but it didn't strengthen them to carry on. A bunch of nonsense. I don't even know if I would trust the Christian elementary schools either. They're going just as woke. They're going just as crazy. So it causes depression. Yeah. Not a normal diet. Is it an artificial meat? Yes, it is it is a soy meat based meat, but we reported on the news last week, they got a patent to basically create like a blood injection. So they inject blood. It's like an iron supplement into it to make it bleed when you cook it. How about stop overpopulating the planet? Maybe. If not a healthy burger, I say no. Give them vegetables and real meat and fish. Parents pay good money to the school already with their taxes. I know, right? Acceptable soy is the soy sauce. Get with your Chinese meal. There you go. Yeah. Elon just wants to pump Doge. Possible burger is named to the fact it's impossible to digest. Probably. It's more gross. Cell-based meat or soy? I'd say soy is probably worse. Cell-based meat, at least it's technically biologically meat, but no thank you. Give me a chopped up cow. Give me a chopped up cow any day. Need to buy game codes on PlayStation Store. Does that mean you need a credit card? Yes, you do. I was enforcing Rona lockdowns now. Yep. Gotta run to dinner. All right, man. We'll see ya. Respectfully disagree about Apple versus Epic. Next, not a monopoly. Apple gets to make the rules and call the shots in their own playground. No, I disagree. If you get an Android phone, you can sideload apps. I paid $1,000 for an Apple phone. You're telling me that I cannot install an app? So take this for example. Some of my clients work in a lot of weird, obscure, high-end equipment which have apps. I can go on, if I purchase the device, I can download the Android APK app and sideload it onto my Android device. But if I use Apple, I can't utilize an app to utilize that program without having to go into the Apple Store and all that kind of stuff. For an application, for an individual device, for a really weird, obscure, high-tech device. All right. If I pay $1,000 for a device, I want full control over that device. That's what Apple doesn't have. That is a monopoly. I mean about the Democratic, you mean one about speaking on the Democratic platform? No, Impossible, please. Yeah, Impossible Workers. Let's see here. Being a major power in the world has its downsides. It's a bleep. Yeah, my Linux diary, we don't use those words in this Discord server, okay? Appreciate it. We keep it family friendly. Meanwhile, here in YMCA signed a misogynistic statement claiming female biology is essentially meaningless. Well, very interesting. Well, it is the Young Men's Christian Association, so, you know. Society really needs to stop trying to push fake, false appearances about things and denying reality. You're going to make vegetarianism or vegan food, at least commit to it. Yeah. It's like vegan chicken broth. No. You want chicken broth, you better be drinking boiled dead chicken. All right? Let's get real. Let's get real. Eat only Impossible Burgers and make a book about it. Ugh. Is it called I Died and This Is How? Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, kitty. All right, kitty. All right, kitty. Go lay in your chair because after Sillyville, we feed the beast. All right? We feed the beast. There you go. We feed the beast in a few minutes, all right? Yeah. Go lay in your chair. Go get in your chair. Go get in your chair. Actually, go get in my chair, you thief. Little chair thief. He's like, yeah, I know it. All right, let's go ahead and join in here with Sillyville. First, the feds break up an alleged streaming password theft scheme. So we're getting so desperate now. Now we have to steal your Netflix passwords and sell those on the black market. And then the FBI has to waste resources breaking up a streaming password selling ring. Yeah, this is called first world problems. All right, first world problems. Authorities say the site had more than 200,000 stolen credentials from Netflix, among other services. So there we have it, guys. Oh boy. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Well, this dude here, this man shows a man making a slow escape in alleged ride-on lawnmower theft. He's actually drinking a beer there. You can't really see it. Let's see if we can watch this video. Here he is. See him? He's coming. So he went out to just test how the lawnmower works, and he just decided to drive off with it. And he's drinking his beer. So if they find him, they'll actually are going to charge him with drinking and driving. So there we have it, guys. They've released a video for the public to help identify a man who stole a ride-on lawnmower for a joyride, making the world's slowest getaway, beer in hand, in Cairns in far north Queensland. So there we have it, guys. If you happen to know who this guy is, report him to the police. That's kind of crazy stuff. Vince has officially apologized for the stupidity of his country because the Australian Crime Commission comes out and says only criminals use encrypted communications. So your bank, government, I mean, that makes sense. The government are a bunch of criminals. Zuckerberg, I mean, there you go. But basically they're coming out saying we don't need encryption. This is their disinformation campaign, their propaganda campaign to propagandize people against encryption, going, oh, well, I don't use encryption. Yeah, that's right. Encryption's bad. They use that for bad stuff. We need to ban it. And they're just trying to garner support. It's the same way, and everyone needs to wear a kufi catcher. Ah, yes, Mr. Government. And there we have it. So, so they said that encryption is for criminals. They believe there is no legitimate reason for a law-abiding member of the community to own or use an encrypted communication platform. So my password list, which is encrypted on my computer, there's no legitimate reason for me to password protect my list. Are you asking for more Colonial pipelines all over the place? Because without the encryption, there is no hacking. They just go in the open door. This guy, whoever this is, he needs to be publicly shamed from his job. He needs to lose it and leave society. He has no earthly idea about how anything works. Kind of insane. These platforms used exclusively by serious and organized crime groups and are developed specifically to obscure the identities of the involved criminal entities. Now, I mean, to be fair, they're talking about like Signal, not password protecting my KeePass.exe file, but nevertheless, the point is the same. You know, encryption is just evil, therefore ban encryption, blah, 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 blah. So there we have it, guys. So there is the propaganda campaign, 6 pages of nonsense about how encryption is nothing but evil. And on to our feature Sillyville story for the day. Epic and Apple are now fighting over a naked banana. It's just a banana, ma'am. So they have this banana in this suit, and I guess this Peely, I believe his name is. So we have this exchange in the official court documents. This is why sometimes court documents are great to read. In the official court transcripts, you will read this. Apple's attorney versus Weisinger, right? We have in front of us a new set of images. What's in this screen showing? This is your matchmaking lobby. And we have a large yellow banana here, don't we? In a tuxedo? Yes, that's Peely. And that's Peely, did you say? Yeah. In fact, in a tuxedo, he's known as Agent Peely, correct? Oh, that's correct. We thought it'd be better to go with the suit than a naked banana since we are in federal court this morning. Okay. And so the existence barely related to Apple's case, and the naked banana comment would probably have passed for a throwaway joke, but for one important fact, Apple slammed Epic last week claiming that it hosted bad stuff. Ooh, spicy bad stuff. On Friday, Apple attorney went after indie storefront itch.io. It's a very unfortunate name. Right. Which Epic lets users install through the Epic Game Store. The attorney noted that itch.io included a so-called adult games whose descriptions were not appropriate for us to speak in federal courts, calling them both offensive and sexualized. Yeah, save that for TikTok for your 10-year-old demographic. Epic Game Store manager Stephen Allison defended itch.io, but the exchange may have stung Epic. Or at least that's the best explanation I can imagine for what happened 2 hours later when Epic's attorney decided to revisit Peely during her own questioning of Weisinger. So, Epic's attorney. A little bit of a digression. We talked about Peely, our banana. Remember that? I do. And there, we might have an implication to show that Peely without a suit would have been inappropriate. Do you recall that? Yes. Is there anything inappropriate about Peely without a suit? No, there is not. If we could just put it on the screen, a picture of Peely, is there anything inappropriate about Peely without clothes? It's just a banana, ma'am. It's gone bananas. So apparently they're taking time in court to talk about a naked banana. I guess the concept of a naked banana, there's jokes that you can make about that, but we try and keep ourselves family friendly around here. So again, we'll just save all that for TikTok, for the 10-year-old demographics. Make all the banana jokes they want to make. Well, you can help support the channel over on Subscribestar. We are on Subscribestar at Switched to Linux. You can jump in over there and help support the show. We will have the links over there to join us on the Thursday nights. So with that, thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. Alrighty, let's see. So I'm a criminal. I use encryption. Yeah, I know, right? Sorry, not if I offend anyone. Australia has the weirdest people I've ever met in my life. Yeah. Don't hold the door for someone in Australia. It's obnoxious for them. Oh, man. So what do I do? Just go in, slam the door in their face? Is that what I do? I don't know. Let's see. Really important. Let's see. Agree to disagree. All's good. That's where my libertarianism shows. Yeah, I mean, and there's a reason I'm not a libertarian, because there are indeed some things that we need to have as laws. So, marrow is not possible with vegans. That is correct, and that is the best part of the meat. In fact, there's really no purpose of broth without it, you know. Likewise, they should get to fire people with green eyes, and no one should hold power over anyone. There you go, yep. Here we go, a lawnmower. There you go. My rights only end where yours begin. Let's see. Australian lawnmower man. Uh-oh. It's a John Deere. Just let him have it. Oh! Yeah. When that thing goes bad, man, he won't be able to fix it. Drunk farmers can drive farm tractors. Anything's plausible. There you go. Gee, that tastes like chicken. Man, that's chicken. Ew, gross. I know. It tastes like Chick-fil-A. She said, is Peely related to Clippy and the Microsoft Bob? I don't know. Maybe. Good time for King Kong to come by and munch on Peely. Someone in a girl's one piece means something completely perverted with a banana in it. He stripped from encryption to have a taste of his own poison. There you go. So your argument, let's see. I'm not going to keep going back and forth on it. My argument would be that because you purchased a device, that locking it down, preventing general functions, would be infringing on your right of ownership. Yes. Yes. If I own a device, if I own an Apple device, because it's okay, I buy the Apple device, now you want to lock it down, but it prevents me from doing something that I want to do on the device. Yes, that should be a violation. Let me have access to the device that I paid over $1,000 for. Let's see. Good night. Good night to you. My wife likes the name for the banana, though. There you go. Slam the door in their face and hold it shut. There you go. Would you say she found the name appealing? Oh. Just say it was a banana. She would start calling me that. There you go. Yeah, let's go ahead. Hey, Kitty, go in your chair. Kitty, your chair is empty. The kitty's chair is empty. Kitty, your chair is empty. You need to go to your chair. You need to go to your chair. Go to your chair. Come on. No, you gotta come up in your chair. Come up in your chair. There you go. Now turn around. People want to see your butt. Oh, Kitty, I got one down here for you somewhere. Well, I guess we'll go for a double kitty cam. Hopefully you guys can see the kitties. Well, maybe. Come on. Come on. Oh, right here. Right here. Right here. Here. That's it. Double catter. He's like, there you go. All right. Yes, he has a heart on his side. He's got so much love. They put a heart on the outside too. Sorry about all of those butt shots. The cat's like, take a look at this butt. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, premiering the question, can a Raspberry Pi replace your work computer? See what the answer happens to be. That will be tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we should be back with a video on Monday-ish. So with that, guys, thanks for watching. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next time.